Yes, fight fans, this is Body and Mind Sports. Welcome. You are fully appreciated if you are here for another session of Boxing Talk, guys. And in this round, guys, it is going to be hot, guys. Very fiery hot. Because the fight last night was fiery hot, guys. The main event between Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. Anthony Joshua challenging for Dubois' IBF title. Of course, a title we thought Daniel Dubois should not have been in possession of. Why? Because Usyk was unfairly stripped of that title, my people. So, because of that bogus move by the IBF, Usyk, now unified champion in the heavyweight division, formerly undisputed champion in the heavyweight division, because of the bogus move by the IBF, which was totally unfair, by the way. But why this unfair treatment to Usyk? Because the IBF wanted to eat double bubble, guys. They wanted a good big percentage of that very massive fight between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. 90,000 screaming fans, 90,000 plus actually screaming fans at London's Wembley Stadium, so that they can come back on the return and eat again when the IBF title gets represented, when the winner of Anthony Joshua and Dubois, which we know is Dubois now, faces the winner versus Tyson Fury and Usyk for undisputed, guys. Undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. What a shrewd but crooked move by the IBF there. That was not business, because we know this treatment does not go across the board amongst the fighters. The IBF always showing preference in who they want to represent them in title fights, guys. But anyway, let's move on. What a brilliant performance for Daniel Dubois. Now, the true IBF champion, the true IBF world champion in the heavyweight division, my people, finishing Anthony Joshua via KO in the 5th round, guys. And it was a very brilliant performance. Congratulations, Daniel Dubois. From round 1 to round 5, you fought a brilliant fight, and this is how he did it, guys. From round 1, Dubois meant business. He meant business. He went hunting, guys, and he went straight for the man that they call Anthony Joshua. He went straight at him, guys. No fear, total disrespect, no respect at all for Anthony Joshua, for anything that he was bringing to the table. Daniel Dubois was ready to take that and say, that is mine now. And that's exactly what he did. In the 1st round, Daniel Dubois showed amazing composure while going forward. And even though he was very aggressive in his fight, he didn't have any reckless abandonment of his defense. He still made sure that he kept his hands up, moved his head to make Anthony Joshua miss. So he had good upper body movement in this fight, believe me. He was not getting tagged like the Hrgovic fight. No. I'm telling you, this guy learns very fast. And guess what? He had amazing footwork as well compared to Anthony Joshua. His jabs were strong. His power shots were strong. His movement was strong. Ring IQ was strong. Selection of shots was strong. Everything about him on the night was strong. Durability was there. Gas tank was there. Strength and conditioning was there. Aggression was there. And he showed even better experience than Anthony Joshua, guys. Showed better bag of skills than Anthony Joshua, guys. Anthony Joshua absolutely zero in every department in the fight yesterday, guys. But most of all, he was very, very, very chinny. I couldn't believe how chinny this guy was. From round 1 to round 5, he actually got knocked down in round 1, guys. And when the referee gave him the 10 count, and you know, he finally got up and made that 10 count, by the way, did you see how wobbly he was, guys, when he went down to that shot? And it was very stupid how he could have got tagged with that shot to start with, because he was fighting from distance, yeah, tried to circle away from Daniel Dubois with his hands all the way down to his bloody bollocks, bruv. Tried to circle away. Daniel Dubois was like, cut him off. Boom, overhand right. Knocked him down, guys, with one shot, guys. The power of Dubois is amazing, and it is true, guys. You know, the guy is the real unstoppable juggernaut. I know now it was not Joe Joyce, it was Daniel Dubois, despite Dubois, of course, losing to Joe Joyce in the past. But he has rectified every part of his weaknesses, and he showed that in his last 3 fights, against Miller, against Hrgovic, and now against Anthony Joshua. And Joshua didn't have any chin in this fight. Like I've said, he also almost got dropped in the second round numerous times. In the third round, got dropped twice, guys. Got dropped twice. One was not counted. One wasn't counted, even though Anthony Joshua's gloves touched the ground. But I believe he actually got knocked down 3 times in the third round. I can't remember right now. The fight went so fast, you know. In the 4th round, though, Anthony Joshua did hurt Daniel Dubois, but Dubois was very focused and kept his composure, stuck to his game plan, you know, and the recovery was great, you know, and he disguised it well when he was hurt. Unlike Anthony Joshua, every time he was hurt, legs wobbling, like didn't know what he was being, confused in the ring, absolutely bamboozled, guys, Anthony Joshua. But Dubois, the opposite, the direct opposite, guys. Dubois was the absolute direct opposite to Anthony Joshua. Did absolutely everything right. Also, finally took out Anthony Joshua in the 5th round, by the way, after he had hurt Joshua several times. But the actual final kill came when Anthony Joshua hurt Daniel Dubois with a massive, massive right hand, guys. You could tell that, you know, Dubois was absolutely, you know, hurt by this punch, because he was staggered and he was frantically stepping back, trying to defend himself against Anthony Joshua, and in fact get away from the situation. But you know what? His defense was good. Kept his hands up and moved his head, used his footwork. Anthony Joshua landed several shots, you know, before actually trying to go for the kill. But Dubois just timed him while hurt, by the way, with a great right hand that floored Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua wriggling on the ground like a worm. The guy was wriggling, guys, like a worm on the ground. Big 6'6" British Nigerian wriggling on the ground. I'm Nigerian, by the way, but that's what it looked like to me. The guy was wriggling on the ground, family. I can't believe what was going on. Oh my word. 1, 2, 3, before the referee started counting from round one, from 1 to 10, gave Anthony Joshua the 10 count. Didn't make it. But one thing I must say though, he got up every time he got knocked down, and in the 5th round even, he tried to get up, but he just couldn't make it. His legs by that time had gone, his stamina had been sapped, and he was absolutely hurt. Couldn't believe the situation that he was in. I did say this about Anthony Joshua in my prediction. You know, when I spoke about his fight with Andy Ruiz, I think what defeated Anthony Joshua in that fight was the surprise factor that Ruiz gave him. And that is exactly what, you know, the same medicine that Dubois, you know, put on Anthony Joshua's plate and forced him to eat that. You know, Joshua does not like surprise factors, guys, you know. And other than that, his entire game plan was very weak. Fought on the back foot the entire night, guys. Except from the time when he actually hurt Daniel Dubois. His boxing ability was absolute zero. Didn't know how to circle around his opponent. Didn't know how to, you know, set up angles to set up his opponent. And when he threw that right hand, he was throwing it wild, and Dubois was making him miss. He was going over the top every single time. And whenever Dubois made him miss, Dubois was always attempt to counter and was tagging Anthony Joshua. Tagging him. Even with the softest punches, was hurting Anthony Joshua in that fight. I don't know what Anthony Joshua was smoking, you know what I mean? But whatever he was smoking had him on noodle legs. Even when Anthony Joshua wasn't touching him, you know. But a great performance by you know, Daniel Dubois. I don't know where to start with this fight because I'm still very surprised. I did not think that Dubois was going to be able to beat Anthony Joshua like that. I knew he had it in him to beat him, but like that, ragdolled the guy, big 6'6" guy, getting ragdolled. But one thing I must say, Dubois is very strong, and he showed that he outstrengthed Anthony Joshua. And Anthony Joshua very weak in the clinch. He doesn't know how to clinch. The guy don't know how to clinch. Somebody teach this guy how to clinch, please. You know, obviously not Ben Davison, because you haven't noticed that your guy doesn't know how to clinch. How the hell can you have noticed his whole entire career? He's never been able to clinch properly. You know, and his defense, sort that rubbish out. You can't be fighting tall. Not like that. Can't be fighting tall. That's why he always has problems with opponents that are much shorter than him, you know. Again, his hands are low all the way down to his bollocks, like I said. Stop that. At no point did I see Anthony Joshua put his gloves up like how Daniel Dubois had his, you know. You have to sort that one out. Also, again, you have to sort out his strength and conditioning. His hands are way too heavy for the size of his body. I'm telling you, his hands are look thick like his thighs, guys. You know, Dubois, like I said, his build looks way more natural and way more proportionate to Anthony Joshua's. Anthony Joshua is just way too top heavy, you know, and maybe that's what's causing him problem. But I truly believe that this is who Anthony Joshua is. It's inbuilt, and it will be very tough for him to conquer the type of mentality that he has, because even though he fought on and you know, and went out on his shield, he had already given up by the 5th round, to tell you the truth, until he got that lucky punch. You say it up well. You can tell Anthony Joshua was thinking in there, because he was sticking his tongue out to the tongue, like to say, he's sticking his tongue out to the crowd, like to say, okay, watch this, before he delivered that blow, you know. But he has been attempting it before and he's been missing. So I would say he was quite lucky in that occasion, and Dubois did well to defend himself, recover, and come with the ultimate killer. Boom! That was like a gunshot. You know what I mean? Double barrel right in Anthony Joshua's face. Couldn't get up. But with that said, I know this take is a wild one. Not very well coordinated. You know what I mean? But that's because the fight wasn't very well coordinated. I didn't know where to start, you know, because Anthony Joshua was just absolutely rubbish. And in every department, he was rubbish. Every department, Daniel Dubois was great in. I'd give him an A-star performance. He deserves the title, and he deserves to represent Great Britain for undisputed showdown versus Usyk or Fury, guys. And I hope he bloody beats Fury, you know what I mean? And with that, I'm done, guys. Catch me next time on the next session of Boxing Talk, right here on Body and Mind Sports. But before you leave, do share, do like, subscribe, and of course, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think, guys. And with that, I'm out. As always, stay blessed. Woo-hoo-hoo.